and welcome to the Diaspora. I am Shaliwa Ajila, your anchor for today's episode of your favorite show. The just concluded 17th National Diaspora Day celebrations and the 5th to be organized by the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, has been described as largely successful by a cross-section of participants both at home and in the diaspora. Sit back and relax as I bring to you the concluding part of Day 1 of the National Diaspora Day celebrations. Please stay with us. Let's begin this way by whetting your appetite first with this amazing talent.
The granddaughter of a late music legend, Christy Esienibokwe.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Diaspora Day to all of you. Now, today I'm going to sing 3 songs. I'm going to sing 2 of my songs and 1 of my grandma's songs. DJ.
Now, let's start with the speech by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Adamu Ibrahim Lomoa, represented by Ambassador Samson Iteboje.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me from the onset extend my warm congratulations to Mr. President, the Nigerian government, the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, and all Nigerians in the diaspora for working tirelessly towards the successful hosting of the National Diaspora Day celebration, which is aimed at celebrating over 17 million Nigerians in the diaspora for their contributions to the welfare and development of Nigeria. We are particularly delighted by the fact that the cooperation between the government and diaspora is yielding positive results. The contributions of Nigerians in diaspora to national development are considerable. In 2019 alone, NIDCOM has it that they contributed over $25 billion as home remittances to Nigeria. This amount represented about 83% of the national budget and about 6.1% of the GDP. I wish to recall that In recognition of the potential of the diaspora, the government of Nigeria has been articulating clear policy direction to effectively utilize, support, and engage the diaspora for national development. Notable efforts towards this goal include the creation in 2003 of the Nigerian National Volunteer Service, which was previously the main organization for diaspora engagement, the setting up of the House Committee on Diaspora Affairs Office and the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora, the establishment of an annual Diaspora Day celebration on 25th July, which we are celebrating today, and most recently, the establishment of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. The annual Diaspora Day, set aside for the 25th of July every year, is meant to specifically commend and celebrate the Nigerians in the diaspora for their contributions towards nation building.
The pioneer chairman of the NIDCOM, Honorable Dr. Abike, who had the vision of passionately fought for the establishment of NIDCOM, has today proven to us it was worth cause in the interest of diasporas. The people of Nigeria and the Nigerian nation at large, given her remarkable achievement in piloting the affairs of NIDCOM, she's not done yet. We're expecting more from her. Pursuant to those remarkable achievements by NIDCOM in the implementation of its mandate, the time has come to focus more on further integration of the states of the Federation into the NIDCOM process. This will be in terms of human capacity development, skill development, or transfer and capital investment. Because the states are facing their development constraints with limited resources. It is the responsibility of NIDCOM to impress upon diasporans, especially the professional skilled ones, to help transfer necessary skills to the state based on the principle of helping the motherland. On the other hand, diasporans can mobilize their own resources to invest in infrastructural developments and setting up of manufacturing industries. The states will provide the needed conducive environment and some waivers to encourage them. In many states, Borno State, for example, we are just coming out of a long period of insurgency that devastated the economy and destroyed most of the infrastructures. With peace gradually returning, we needed assistance from our diaspora citizens to join hands with us in rebuilding our economy.
The celebrations also marked a session for Diaspora Champions.
We have Diaspora Champions discussions, and the topic is Nigerian immigrants in political space, journeys so far, challenges and prospects.
Yes, first will be our Honorable Rep, Dr. Oye Owolewa, to give a 3-minute goodwill speech.
When I think of a diasporan, especially a Nigerian diasporan, the thing I can think about most is the ceilings that we shatter and the progress we made as people. Where 30 years ago we were celebrating a Nigerian American in basketball, NBA, and now we have dozens of star players in NBA. Where we were excited to hear Sunny Ade as a child in my parents' speakers, now seeing a diasporan Davido selling out the local arena. Or rather than just wanting to get a high-paying job and being a highly paid employee, we're now bosses like Man VP in California, or like Dr. Nelson Aluya, who was a chief medical officer in New York, New Jersey area. But the biggest impact we've been able to make is politically. Whether it's me 3 years ago to become the first US representative, to now, less than 3 months ago, Yemi becoming the mayor of Colorado Springs, we've been making headlines. But now it's more than just headlines, we're making now an impact. Like my sister Carol Kazim making Pennsylvania a safer city, where my brother Will Jolando is making Montgomery County much more affordable. It's all about making that impact, especially for our people.
My struggles were more so just being a young African woman, being a woman just in general running, and also having a family background from Nigeria. So although I was born in the US, I didn't realize how much it was going to be a struggle until they said my last name, which is Kazim. And really being able to get individuals to understand who I am in general and how we play a part here in America as well, how we play a part in our economy, and how educated we are, how we are one of the most educated across the globe. It's something that I had to exhibit. People being able to understand the struggles that I came from, my family who came over from Nigeria, me being the daughter of retired tennis player Sunday Ebo, you know, my auntie Taya Doherty, who has been very supportive, making sure that I understand and remember my people in Nigeria and all that they have suffered to get us into a place in America to make sure that we're educated. And because of that, I made sure that we did not stop. I made sure they knew that Nigeria ran in my blood and that we are warriors. And I came out there each and every day to support my people here in the US. And I actually make sure that people that did not come from Nigeria also received the love and support and resources. And because of that persistency, because Nigeria runs through my system, I am now the first woman, the only African, first African, and the youngest to represent my entire state in Pennsylvania. So that is what my struggles is. I'm going to say that it was victory, not even struggles. It was just determination. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Now we have Dr. Adekunle Oshibogu from United Kingdom.
I was elected the first African deputy mayor of Buckingham in 2023. This was shortly after the February 2023 general elections, when my group, funny enough, still supported Otumba Daniels in the Ogun East Central elections. He's also one of my political mentors. My journey into politics, like you rightly said, didn't start in England. Rather, it started in my hometown of Ijebu-Ode. I did run for House of Representatives for the seat of Ijebu Central Federal Constituency. This was in 2019. I did not win that seat, but I was privileged to have the opportunity to be elected to represent Buckingham East in Buckinghamshire Council in 2021. In addition to my political career, I am an academic with a doctorate in law and also a lawyer with practice in Lagos, which I still maintain, Abuja, and also now in London. I will tell you why this is important, because I joined politics in 2019 not for personal gains, but to strive to make a positive difference, which unfortunately I wasn't given an opportunity back home, but I've been given an opportunity here in England. But I only wish that I will be able to contribute to development and progress back in Nigeria. My awakening was my involvement in operations of educational system in England and the realization of what we can do to ensure our youths and future generations are better able to become tax-paying citizens of our country.
These people are elected not by people of their skin color. They're elected by the community who trust in their message and their presentation. So, NEPA is proud to say, or to make you aware, that we have customized the process of influencing the outcomes of politics and policies in the United States.
Our celebrity interview with the Queen of the Tube herself. Leading the celebrity interview is Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri-Erewa and Koinsola Adetumbi. Please take a listen.
He currently holds the Julio Frank Professor Chair in Practice of Public Health Leadership at Harvard's University Chan School. If you want to clap, do it very well. And he is the co-chair of Future of Health and Economic Resilience in Africa, FERA. Recently, he has also been elected as a member of the American Academy of Arts and Science to be inducted in September 2023. So that's fresh. Dr. Partey had served as the Global Director, Health, Nutrition and Population Global Practice and Director of the Global Financing Facility at the World Bank Group in Washington, D.C. In that role, Dr. Partey led the bank's 390 global development professionals in 6 regions of the world and led the World Bank's health response to COVID-19 pandemic, including the design and implementation of the $18 billion global health multi-phase approach, which supported more than 100 countries. If you want to clap, do it very well.
Dr. Ali Pate, I think I speak for everyone when I say that that is an impressive resume. And talking from the position of the second and third Nigerians in the diaspora, the second and third generation, I would like for you to give some word of advice, because a lot of Nigerians, younger Nigerians, are striving in several fields, and some of them feel like they need to leave the country to attain these achievements. For someone who has been in the diaspora and is now coming back to Nigeria to, develop the country, I would like for you to give a specific word of advice for the second and third Nigerians in the diaspora.
I think I've been in the diaspora for 30 years. I first left in 1993. I came back for 5 years. I had the good fortune and the privilege of being in more than 80 countries for different things, either the World Bank or other things. So I've seen quite a bit. I would say that one thing that stands out is that the Nigerian diaspora by itself is highly inspirational by itself. Each and every one of us, each and every one of those self-selected groups that have found their way out in whatever they do, wherever they are, whether it's in the marketplace in Cambodia, whether it's someone that I found in Solomon Islands, or in Australia, or Europe, or the United States. That inspirational nature and the resilience that we bring to what we do, I think sort of stood out as something that was remarkable compared to, in fact, many other sort of groups and types of diaspora. So I think that's one thing not to lose track of. In terms of the second and third generation, whatever you do, just do it well. Do it exceptionally well wherever you are. Make your contribution. Secondly, I think it's important to be rooted, to be connected home. Don't lose that connection with where you are. In the last 30 years, I think I've never had more than 6 months without an opportunity to actually come home and do something. So wherever you are, whether you're second generation, third, find your way to connect to home. Because the experience, exposure, network that you have is valuable wherever you are, but there's a lot more that you can actually deploy in tandem with the excellent folks that we also have at the country level. So I think it's important to really do what you're doing, do it well, but remain connected to home and connect with others as well, your like minds, so that it's not just one person. Much of what we've done, there's very few things that only a single individual can do. So find a network that you can belong to that can help translate the capabilities that you have to our own national development.
Thank you very much. So the key word is stay connected. Don't be disconnected. Thank you very much for that. Let me look at your field of health. And I'm glad the Special Advisor Health is here with us. It's an area that we know we have the best doctors in the world, we have the best nurses in the world. Nurses, don't fight me. And we have the best in the world. That is your field of expertise, and you have achieved so much. If you were to advise the Nigerian government, what should the incoming administration do in terms of health, particularly in getting our diaspora doctors to be a part of progress and development of our healthcare sector?
So I think the direction that this administration is taking is indeed a positive one. I think it's framing the issue away from the concept of drain, which is a negative concept, but the potential of gain. There's a lot of value that the diaspora can bring to our national development, whether it's health or any other sector. Think of it constructively. The diaspora as an asset to the country, and find ways to harness the capabilities of the diaspora, provide the convergent platform for them to be able to contribute. That's one. On the part of the diaspora, there is a responsibility to also identify the avenues, as we've heard from NAPAC, where by self-organizing in diaspora, you can also lift others to get to their potential, whether they are based here or whether they are somewhere else. At the end of the day, it's a gain for the country that have that tremendous human capital in health that can be deployed to serve a in our country, but in wherever they are also represent the country. And just to say also that when folks talk about drain, there's an element of the drain that is already happening which tends to be neglected, for instance. If you look at the human capital drain on out-of-school children or stunting or other things, that's a significant drain. The diaspora is an asset. And how do we harness that asset and deploy that for our national development? Making room for opportunities for circular migration, for folks to go back and forth. Because many of the diasporans have commitments that will not allow them to uproot automatically after 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. It will be very difficult because there are entanglements that they have. But what are those opportunities that they can come and contribute and also go back to keep some of what they're doing wherever they are? I think that's an element that will be important. So for the health sector and the transformation, and I'm glad that the special advisor to Mr. President is here. I know that the President's vision is to transform our country, and I believe that health is a significant part of that, as my sister here, Dr. Selma, can testify. I think with that, when you converge the policy environment and our expectation for additional financing and the leadership that Mr. President will provide, coupled with the capabilities that exist in our diaspora, I would say the future of health in Nigeria is going to be good.
Now, to our diaspora of the moment. Our diaspora of the moment is Michelle Chinwendu Alozie. Michelle was born on the 28th of April, 1997 in Apple Valley, California, to a Nigerian parent from Imo State. She is an American-Nigerian professional football player who plays as a forward for the National Women's Soccer League team Houston Dash and the Nigerian women's national team. Michelle grew up in a town located at the southern edge of Mojave Desert and attended the Granite Hills High School at Portersville. She had her higher education in Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, and played football for the Yale Bulldogs. She also obtained a bachelor's degree in molecular biology from Yale. Michelle works part-time as a cancer research technician at the Texas Children's Hospital in Houston, Texas. She registered for the 2019 National Women's Soccer League College Draft. In January 2020, Michelle signed a contract with Buck Kaiserkert. She trained and played for the team for 3 months. In 2021, Michelle joined the Houston Dash on trial. She signed a national team replacement contract during the 2021 Houston Dash season. Then she signed a full contract for the remainder of the season in August 2021. She made her FIFA Women's World Cup debut on the 21st July 2023 in a goalless draw against Canada. She also played a vital role in Nigeria's 3-2 victory over co-hosts Australia 6 days later. Congratulations, Michelle. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment. Thanks for staying all through the program. Next week promises to be more exciting. Keep a date with us. Bye for now.